How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the Old School Weekly Recap. Let's take a look back at what has happened over the past 7 days. The headline content for this week's game update was improved yields when farming bushes, limpworts and nightshade. Previously, your farming level had no effect on yield when farming these crops, but as of this week's update, that is no longer the case. The minimum yield remains the same as it was before the update, with an additional harvest that scales depending on your farming level. To balance the influx of limpwort roots from this update, Chaos Druid Warriors, Kuresks, Necreals and Deviant Spectres now drop limpwort seeds instead of the roots. Also included in this week's update was the soft launch of OSRS Mobile for all Android users in Nordic countries. And alongside this launch, the team added a useful new tab to mobile, the Account Management tab. Here you can find useful information like your remaining membership or unread inbox messages, as well as links to the Old School website, customer support and store. And of course, there were a number of smaller tweaks and fixes as a part of this week's update. For the full details, check out the update news post linked in the description. Over the weekend, the team opened up signups for the final closed beta for OSRS Mobile on iOS. As they announced last week, 10,000 players will be selected to participate in the beta, which will be starting on the 30th of August. The team have stated that there is no end date set for the beta at this time, but it will be closing before the full launch of OSRS Mobile later this year. On Tuesday this week, the Old School team released a follow-up to the recent Deadman developer blog. In this blog, the team clarified that the autumn finals will only include the weapons from the Ancient Warrior set. The winter season, however, will include both the weapons and the armor sets. The blog includes the full stats for every piece of equipment being introduced, as well as specifics for each of the special attacks of the weapons. The team also covered several other changes, such as improved drop rates for a number of big ticket items, and more. To see the full details, a link to the blog can be found in the description. On this week's developer Q&A, the team spoke quite a bit about making friends with my arm. The quest passed the poll with over 92% approval, and during this stream, the mods revealed the release date. Now, because I know everything sounds better when it's said by God Ash, I've cut together a few of the key bits of information from this week's Q&A. Starting off with Mod Ash announcing the release date for Making Friends with My Arm.
6th of September, Thursday. Hopefully 11:30 in the morning, British time. It's got a boss battle, by the way.
Oh, spoiler.
Well, we did tell them they mustn't be afraid of nasty trolls, and I suppose we can reveal that some of those trolls will fight them.
Yes.
We played through most of it this morning and showed you could, and showed it to staff who hadn't seen it before, and well, they didn't tell us to kill it with fire, so I guess we're good.
Do you want to explain what's happening in that scene, Ash?
Well, my arm wishes to earn the favour of the chieftain of Vice, and to do that has set out to present the corpse of their age-old foe. Well, it was the wise young man in those days who drove the trolls out from the Keldrigum tunnels. Yes, and also the strange brown lumpy thing on the left, in case you're wondering. It's his coffin.
So on the left we have the normal Goblins dungeon with the brazier unlit, and the snow effect is, you can kind of see in the picture, and it's on your screen, and then once you've lit the brazier, the snow effect disappears and your stats are no longer drained, and that once you've lit it, that's it. When you go to God Wars, your stats will never be drained again. And then here we have the Lumbridge Swamp Caves, and so again the picture on the left is, obviously it's a lot darker and you're going to get damaged, and then once you're done, once you've lit that, yeah, it becomes lit, and you no longer need light source when you go down those caves, and that's the same in the Mole Pit and Cave Horrors from Muscle Harmless.
And that is all I'm going to include here in the recap, but you can find a link to the full Q&A in the description. And to finish off this week's recap, let's take a look at the community spotlight. This week I would like to send you guys over to a channel called Beats by Tickle. Earlier this week they posted an OSRS rap video called 100mil, and it is great from start to finish. On top of this video, Beats by Tickle has an entire beat tape of OSRS beats called RuneScape. Beats by Tickle definitely deserves more attention, so I hope you guys go and check them out. Enjoy the music and the content that they've produced. And on that note, I'm going to end the video. Thank you all for watching, have a great week, and I will see you next Friday.